Hey, I'm Terrence. This is the moving out vlog number one. Um, this is pretty much just random daily vlog. If I can do daily, I'm sure I won't be able to. I'll like screw up and forget it, or just be too lazy. I'll be like playing the game and be like, no one cares, and I just won't do it. But I do this as much as I possibly can before I move out of this house, which right now I'm living with my uncle, and it costs just like way too much because I have like a part-time job, so I gotta go back live with my mom. So this is just me talking about crap. Like I said, try to do it every single day, at least every other day, if I can't do every day. And it's just me talking about stuff I like, stuff I don't like. For instance, I do like Evil Dead since it just came out, and hopefully I'll be posting this today, so it should still be the 10th. Um, Go see that because it's amazing. Even if you have never even heard of the original movies, just see it. I personally, I was so excited to see it. I, I actually checked to see if I could go to like a midnight showing somewhere, which I don't do. I haven't. Let's see. I haven't tried to see a show at midnight since, honestly, I think Star Wars Episode 3, and that's about it. Like I was excited for other movies, like I was excited for Avengers and Batman and stuff, but I wasn't like I have to see this movie, and I had to see Evil Dead, and I loved every minute of it. And I was in there. I was just excited. I actually got scared at one part. If you've seen it, it was the water part because I didn't see that coming. Um, that made me jump. I was like, oh, that's good. I haven't jumped at a scary movie in years, and I just got happy and ate more popcorn. But go see Evil Dead. That's all I've been thinking about lately. Like even like as soon as I saw the movie, I went home or I came here and I went right on my PlayStation and put like go see Evil Dead, or I put like Evil Dead equals groovy, which if you've seen the old movies, you know why I would put groovy. Also, there's a scene after the end credits, which thanks to my shirt, the guy stopped me before I left out, and he was like, "There's a scene after," which personally, if you're a huge fan, I say it's worth it. It is. I'll tell you now, it's only one line, but you do get to hear the recording from the original one, and they change it around a little bit because they don't call it the Necronomicon Ex Mortis in the movie. I just thought if you've never heard of Evil Dead, this is very confusing. But this is just for fans. Um, but well, you've probably already seen it, but you know how they don't call it that. They played the old recording like just before the credits actually end, and then they do like a little scene, and that I thought was worth it, even though it's like literally one word, and it was what you probably think it is. I guess there's no point in spoiling it, even though it's the one word, but I won't. And I just thought it was worth it because it was like it's funny. It was Bruce Campbell. He has this tiniest little cameo, and he just says one word. And I left. I was like, that was worth waiting for to me because that's how much I like Evil Dead. Like a lot of people do, and just like most of the people that do, I was worried when it first got announced. You know, like remakes, remakes. I mean, we could go down the list. There's let's see, I don't think I've ever seen a remake outside of Friday the 13th. So there's Footloose. I wouldn't possibly go see a remake of a dance movie, even though I love the original. That's just like pushing it. There's Red Dawn. I love the original. Saw that. Um, didn't think the remake could possibly be that interesting. There was Nightmare on Elm Street, which I didn't see, but I don't think that one was really bad. I don't think any of them were actually horrible, because there are some horrible remakes, and then those I think were just man, like average remakes. But none of them, like nothing ever makes me excited until it's something like Evil Dead or the Friday the 13th. When I saw a review of that, like it was actually really good, and then I saw the movie and it was really good. If you haven't seen the Friday the 13th remake, You should go see it because or you should pick it up. It's not obviously not at the movies anymore, but you should pick it up because he kills people like crazy in that movie, and it's like he kills like, two horror movies worth of people. Because in the beginning of the movie, you know, you got the teens. They're out in the woods. They're looking for a pot field that they grew, and so they're doing it. There's some boobies, and people like the girl, like one girl, the girl who shows her boobies, she gets like she gets like tied up in the like in her sleeping bag, and he like ties it off and like tosses her over a log, and he sets a fire under the sleeping bag and burns her alive, which is insane. And then he just kills all the other people. He like slams the machete in the guy's head, which is in the trailer actually. They show it, and he kills all of them off. And this is just the beginning, and then it's just like, here's the story, and it's like, oh, he just those people don't even matter. He just killed a bunch of people. Um, it also has oh god, I can't believe I'm mixing them up right now. Give me a second here. Obviously, if you've seen it, you know who I'm talking about, and this only matters for people who like Supernatural, because that's like, which is mostly why I'm upset I'm even screwing it up, because that's like my favorite show on TV right now. Is it Jarrett or Jensen Jarrett? I always freaking mix them up. I think it's Jensen Ackles. No, it's Jared Padalecki. Yeah, Jared Padalecki is in that movie as like the main guy character. Um, I just spoil it. He lives in that one, which made me happy because he's in Supernatural. Jensen Ackles is in the movie Valentine's Day, which is also that was a pretty good horror movie. It had a nice twist at the end. He also survived, which I was like, yes, just because they're in Supernatural, I was like, they should not be dead. I don't know. Supernatural, amazing. Um, but yeah, as far as remakes go, Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, everything else is like average or horrible. And I think that I was gonna say that only horror movies can get remade, but if you've seen the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, you can tell me otherwise. I didn't even bother going to see it, um, but mostly because it wasn't the guy who did in all the original films, and of course I can't think of his name even though I should know it. But because it wasn't him, it kind of threw it off. Also, like something more gamer related, kind of like David Hayter not doing Snake in the new Metal Gear game, which that does suck. But I don't know. A comment I read recently was like, it's probably just a trick by Kojima, and he will be Snake. Which, let's face it, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know that's a huge possibility, especially considering the whole Phantom Pain deal that they did, and now it's like, oh, it is Metal Gear Solid 5. And that was a big deal. I'm sure, like, if you've seen the conspiracy videos, it's pretty cool that people came up with all those details and stuff, and they were absolutely right. Just, I thought I can't wait for that game, but that should be good. And, this is gonna be a common thing. I'm just gonna, like, go off and forget the last thing I was talking about. But I'm trying to stick to remakes just today. I don't know why, but I don't know. Evil Dead was great. Friday the 13th was great. All other remakes can pretty much just not exist like video game movies can. And I don't think I need to go into that, but if you've ever seen one and you enjoyed it, you didn't play the game, or you're kind of like me and you can separate them, because that's what I like to do, like the Resident Evil movies. Almost 9 minutes. I'll do this super quick. The Resident Evil movies, the first one is my favorite, of course, because it's more like a horror movie. And then after that, I hate the second one for some. I don't know. It was Mike Epps. Mike Epps is a very funny guy, but he shouldn't have been in Resident Evil. Like in the third movie, it was okay because they really toned it down. But in the second one, it was just like, why is Mike Epps in the Resident Evil movie? and it just made me mad. I couldn't even enjoy it. Also, I saw it on bootleg, so it was very ugly looking. But yeah, vlog number one, 10 minutes long, which is way too long for the first video, but oh well. Comment, rate, subscribe if you like. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna do my fancy hat flip.